Welcome, respected sadhakas. Salutations to you and gratitudes to you. Congratulations, appreciations for your wisdom. A wise person is he who quickly discovers for himself what is the goal of life to be achieved, quickly discovers the means for it, fully engages in those means, reaches to this goal. The otherwise persons are those who just wait for something. In that delusion, in that confusion, doing only either the things for survival or even for the sake of that, something negative which is going to bind them in the future. A wise person is not so. Quickly discovers the goal, means, follows, reaches. You being so because of your regularly attending the classes, understanding the goal, because only through the thorough study of the Shastras for sufficient period of time that the clarity regarding the goal and means is achieved. Then you being the ones engaged in the sadhana throughout the day deserve those appreciations, congratulations. And then wonderful idea, suggestion for all of us. Keep on doing it till the darkness ends, the light dawns, till the picture becomes clear in the anubhuti that the truth of the world is this and that is me. May the divine be invoked by us for this endeavor success, and may the divine, seeing our upasanas, truly bless us. Welcome. Remember the 13 Vyaktitvas, the Loka Sevaka, the Dharma Stapaka, the Viragi, the Bhakta, the Shishya, the Mumukshu, the Jignasu, the Shrota, the Sadhaka, the Parishrami, the Prerita, the Prayatnashila, and then Samskrita Bhasha Jnata. And then 6 sources of blessing: Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devata Ganas, Guru Ganas, and Shruti Gana. The moment they are uttered, the entire picture should be there in our mind with the inquiry that how much we are spending our day's time and energies in tuning to one or all of them so that we are properly protected, blessed, guided, empowered by them, which is ensured in our beautiful systematic sadhana that is happening or that we are doing. This is how daily remember all these 13 plus 6 as many times as the possible throughout the day, and then along with the regularly planned sadhana time, even otherwise also 1 minute sadhanas, 2 minute sadhanas of contemplating on the truth or prayers extended to these 6 sources, one should keep on doing. All that should lead to a state of being where all through the day we are exclusively seekers of the truth. That is leading to the seeking of the truth. That should lead to the settling in the truth. That leads to the reveling in truth. That's it. Everything else is untrue. There is nothing to be lost, nothing to be gained in the world which is unreal. All the clarities will come to us when we are tuning to the rishis, to our gurus, the devatas, through the Shastra Jnanam. For that only we are seated here. Welcome. We are into the study of this most glorious Shwethashwathara Upanishad. We have done the Sambandha Bhashyam. We are into the first chapter Adhyanam. Two mantras we saw in that. All the Brahmavadina Vadanti, they sat together. They discussed about these five basic questions, the answers to which, true answers to which, the unambiguous, correct, authentic answers to which lead us to take us to the reality. Then the familiar few things are proposed by some of them to be the cause of the world. Then they are denied for the obvious and logical reasons. Then each one independently started inquiring about the cause of the universe, the basis of the universe, that substratum of the universe, from where it has emerged, sustaining and dissolving. That is the matter in the third mantra, which we will be studying today. Wonderful Upanishad it is, very soothing, very easily catchable also, with little of sharpness, subtlety of our intellect, applied intellect, intellect desirous of gaining the उपनिषदिक ज्ञान. उस बुद्धि को इस उपनिषद के द्वारा विषय को समझना सुलभ है. Like other Upanishads also, but little more subtlety, desire to understand, application are required. Before we do that, our sankalpa and prarthana, और उससे पहले our common sense thought in continuation of what we have done last 2 days. In our common sense thought, we were discussing yesterday, day before, that let us be very clear about. One, we are not any other living beings like the Pashu, Pakshi, Sarisrupa, Vanaspati, or even the stones. We are human beings. 2 points. Third one, we have a difference from the animals, etc., for a particular gift or the reason. Four, that is understood to be the buddhi. Five, therefore, using the buddhi for the purpose which is given, for which it is given, is the real human life, sustained human life. Even it can help us in evolving also. Then we discussed what is the use of the buddhis to gain jnanam. नारायण. सो देयरफॉर बुद्धि के ज्ञान के साथ हमेशा हर पल जीना इज सस्टेनिंगली वी आर बीइंग ह्यूमन. Wherever for 1 minute or 1 hour or 1 day or 1 month or 1 year, you have not used the buddhi. Other things of that casual instincts, impulses have become the cause of our living. That time we are animals only. It can be a moment, an hour, a day. Some of us live throughout life, though the buddhi is given without using it, instinctively, impulsively, like an animal, a better animal. Whichever the movements, 1 moment, 2 moment, 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 day, 2 day, 1 year, 2 year, whole life, where we have consciously utilized our buddhi and the jnanam is gained, and with that jnanam only we lived. All those moments we are minimum human beings. Swashta Rupena, we have seen it. Then we inquired into the next level. If the buddhi is for the jnana, which jnana, where from? The where from is answered from the Shastras only. Our buddhi has to be exposed for the Shastras to the Shastras to gain the Shastra Jnanam. This awakening, this opening, this clarity is not coming to us, unfortunately. At another side, we are having that clarity that buddhi has to expose to the Shastras and gain Jnanam. But which Shastras? The Bhautika Shastras we are exposing our buddhi to, and that Bhautika Jnanam we are getting. And accordingly, the Bhautika Vastu Samudaya we are increasing. But unfortunately, to the same buddhi, it is not understandable easily. It is not understanding now that all that Bhautika Sampada alone is the cause of Bandhana Dukkha. The same you and I, when we understand, yes, Buddhi has to expose to the Shastra and Buddhi should get the Shastra Jnana. But that Shastra is Adhyatmika Shastra. Bas. Bhautika Shastras are helping us in increasing our comforts in Bhautika Jagat. But that is binding only. The more materialistically we are growing, the more we are becoming slaves to them. Without them, even a moment we cannot live. That much slavery we are having. Bhautika Jnana makes us slave to the Jagat as well as Upadhis. Whereas the Adhyatmika Jnana gives us the freedom both from the Jagat and Upadhi. Therefore, the Buddhi has to expose to the Shastra Jnana and gain that Shastra Jnana. Nirantara, 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 Nirantara. Again, I am telling our mind and senses, which were habituated to their own freedom and licentiousness, do not allow the buddhi to go to the satsang and listen to the jnanam of Shastras. Do not allow the buddhi to open the Shastra and study. Do not allow the buddhi to do the vicharana of the jnanam gained of the Shastra. They do not allow the buddhi to get conviction about the internal spiritual life. Because वो करे तो for the mana and senses there is no freedom. To such an extent, they may even be discarded also. In that fear, the mana and senses, by their own demands, by pulling us into the worldly involvements, do not allow our intellect to expose to Shastra Jnana. This we have to recognize, realize. Then we have to do the required thing. Of somehow convincing ourselves, somehow managing ourselves, somehow winning the inner struggle by which, yes, our buddhi is definitely doing the Shastra Shravana, Adhyayana, Chintana, gaining the knowledge, getting conviction. Like in some houses, you see, the husband wants to do some dana karma. He is his nature, pata hai पिछले जन्म से ले आया. But the wife and children shout at him, why are you doing? We are here, you give everything to us. He is giving them sufficiently. They are comfortable. But still they do not want him to do. Or the wife herself does some social service and he says, मैं इतना मेहनत करके कमा रहा हूँ. Why are you wasting? Such examples. Don't do that, don't do that. Same way our senses mind tell us, बुद्धि को इतना बढ़िया we are enjoying the world, no? Why are you going for that unknown thing, the vague thing, the ambiguous thing, the non-clear thing? आ जाओ इधर मजा मजा है. That is what is a common human being who doesn't go for spirituality, especially the Shastra. To that level of spirituality, they are okay. Where the Bhautika Vishayas are fulfilled, Bhautika objects are gained. Their all spiritual activities are again means for this end only. Only very few, for whatever reason, I to say it is Ishvara Guru Krupa and some subtle intellect that they come to Shastra Shravana. And that Shravana Kala, first 10, 7, 8 years, vagueness to रहता ही है. Only after the 7, 8 years, slowly, the thing starts entering. What is said in the Shastras. Only then the conviction starts happening. what is said Shastra is the ultimate true thing. Then they start becoming sadhakas. And those who have never exposed in this way, thus 7 8 years continuously, for them, their life earlier, whatever the lifestyle they are living, that alone appears to be correct or perfect. They are called deluded. These people are started to become wise. Because through Shastra, from the experience and guidance of the gurus of the past, they are clearly understanding the purpose of goal of life and means also. बिना शास्त्र अध्ययन का नहीं होगा वो स्पष्टता तत्व शास्त्र के अध्ययन का. Remember, anybody writes anything and everybody calls it as Shastra. We have to be very careful and choosy. We only have to study the Tattva Shastra given by the Tattvanubhava Yukta. The Tattva Jnanis, the Rishi Muni. They are Upanishads. They are the Smriti Purana Itihasa. So, because of all these reasons, we said the buddhi given should be exposed to the Shastra. Then Shastrokta Jnana, Samuparjanam, Shastrogna Jnana, Druda Nishchayam, Shastrokta Jnana, Anuguna Jivana Vidhanam. This is the wisest way of living life. To save oneself from falling down, to save one's lot of time, etc., which is otherwise invested in so many experiments. No need to experiment now. Exactly what is Shastra saying, understood, that is done, we reach. शास्त्र फॉलो करने से ऐसे समय वेस्ट होना कम होता है इन आवर one's own experimentation वगैरह. That's why in that Yaksha Prashna, our Yudhishthirji answers, Kaf Panta, what is the path? He says, Mahajano yena gataha sapantha. That is the path which the great Rishi Muni of our past have walked. Follow that path, you reach out. And their path is indicated through the Upanishads and all. Mahajano yena gataha sapantha. That's the marga. Why you make your own marga? And why do you go in the durmarga of those people who have destroyed themselves and who are misleading, misguiding us? इस तरह की बात. Then we started discussing yesterday that this buddhi export to Shastra sufficiently, lovingly, willingly, followed by Swadhyaya and Chintana after the Shravana. We'll have 5 types of jnana. Rather, should have 5 types of jnanam, and that has to be practically utilized. First jnanam we have exhaustively discussed. The jnanam, the understanding, the clarity regarding dukkha and dukkha's hetu, misery and the cause of the misery. Unambiguous it should be. Then eliminate the hetu, the karana, then dukkha will not be there. See the thing when it is understood and convinced, it is so simple and easy and direct. And dukkha ka karana, papa and adharma. So it's direct the understanding. If you don't want the dukkha, slowly wean yourself away from, withdraw away from that adharma and the papa. हो गया है ना. पापा इज व्हाट पर अपकारः और पर पीड़ा. इतना हम संभाल कर नहीं रह सकते. See that slavery to the senses, slavery to the greeds, that we just overstep that dharma and we just overstep that beautiful thought of let me not harm others and start doing the harm. The moment it starts, we are incurring the papa sin, which is going to be definitely resulting in giving the dukkha. कब कहाँ कैसे ईश्वरा decides. Decides means the rules operate, which are unfathomable to us. कौन से पाप का कहाँ कहाँ किस तरह का दुख होता है. We are studying all of that in our Puranas, Garudadi. Yet the combination of the papas, combination of punya, सारा मिलकर देना पड़ता है भगवान को. That is why, in our life, of how many years we lived. Of past what happened we may remember, but of future what happens we never know कि कहाँ से कौन सा कब किस तरह का दुख आएगा, किस तरह का सुख आएगा. Isn't it? Because of the combination of the पुण्य एंड पापा एंड धर्म भगवान को हिसाब किताब लगा कर देना पड़ता. दैट इज वाई बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन ओनली वन मोमेंट सुख नेक्स्ट मोमेंट दुख. वो ऐसा ही मिलना है, वो ऐसा था हमारा कर्म पास्ट का. Isn't it? And the person from whom we expect सुख वहां से दुख मिलता है उस दिन. एंड जिससे हम दुख एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, he only gives सुख. Sometimes from unknown sources, just like a flash, sukha and dukkha, they come and go. That person goes. देकर चला गया, बस ठोक कर चला गया टू व्हीलर पे. अब बात तो जिंदगी में नहीं दिखा. बट ही गेव द 2 months ऑफ बेड रेस्ट बिकॉज हाथ पैर टूट गया. वी हैव नॉट इवन द फेस ऑफ दैट फेलो. है ना, कार चला रहा था, कौन है नहीं पता, बट ठोक कर चला गया. These see the karma phalas how they are. Papa karma phala. So we have seen that one. Made it simple. Apakara or parapeda is called the papa, gives the dukkha. Then thoroughly we have tried to understand yesterday. The sukha hetu is the punya and dharma. Sukha is the karya. So punya again is para upakar. See, so simple. अपने स्वार्थ के लिए दूसरों को पीड़ा देना. पाप दूसरों के सुख के लिए अपने स्वार्थ को भी त्यागना. पुण्य. सिंपल. परोपकार पुण्याय पापाय परपीडनम. Deeply it should go into our heart. Then accordingly only we are. Not even a little issue also is there in our life because of which we are harming anyone. And all opportunities of doing good to others we are seizing, we are creating also. You can see in your life some people, Nirantar in some punya karma they are involved. They might have heard all these things in our earlier life. they संकल्प किया, अब उसका फल इस जन्म में कर ही जा रहे. Just like some other fellows, whole life they do only papa, harming others. उसका mindset ऐसा बना. Now, two thoughts are given, two examples are given. We have to be wise with our intellect. Therefore, what you have decided to do, and the decision should be consciously remembered every moment, and we have to execute. Till that papa, swartha, adharma totally goes away from us, that punya, niswartha, dharma, consciously we have to do, till it becomes a habit. The other thing is zero, it has become zero, this has become 100% natural. Then we are safe, that we won't do such nonsense by which our higher spiritual sadhanas are derailed or distracted or disturbed. Okay, then the third one we have exhaustively seen. The jnanam we have to gain from the Shastras with our buddhi given as a human being, and remember that jnanam and practices the jnanam regarding tapasya. Word I am using tapasya, then the explanation is entire faculties of ours. Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya and the Sharira. शरीर का ज्यादा नहीं कहते हैं क्योंकि शरीर इज सारे प्रारब्ध से आते हैं. शरीर इज मोर still by disciplining in the food, by doing some exercises, by giving the proper rest, the body can be made not a liability. उतना शरीर के बारे में कहते हैं. बाकी फोकस इज ऑन ज्ञानेन्द्रिय, कर्मेंद्रिय, अंतःकरण. Disciplining them fully, bringing them into our own control is called as tapasya. About that, the entire jnana. Key faculties are there, their functioning abilities are these. This is how when we let them loose, they seek or they crave. When that is allowed, it becomes a natural outgoing tendency and habit. Then it enslaves us. These are all the jnanam we gave from the Gilead from Shastra. Just like anybody. The wife हो या husband हो या children हो, the grandchildren हो, the servant हो, the माली हो सकता है, driver, कोई भी हो. When you are giving some undue value, they take you for granted. Then you lose that freedom of doing what you want to do. And those who Beokus who don't have their own certain goal, pakka goal, alone give undue value to all these relations and become slave. मूर्ख लोग और दिन भर लगे रहे अपने पोतों के साथ as if we have no goal to achieve. And then justification for all that. कोई कुत्तों के साथ लगे रहते हैं. देखो all this फालतू discussion that a bhuta daya ye wo. Once we come to the spiritual shastra of ultimate truth, all of that we have to transcend consciously. When you're aiming at discovering the absolute self, what are you talking about? All this sentimental, emotional nonsense. We have to feel it. So. And then we can't give up anything in life, yet we should not cross the limit or do not do anything excess where our main sadhana is disturbed. That is very important. So the example is that one given, just like that we become slave to anyone, everyone. Even somebody is saying to us good morning and we reply to them is also slavery. At a lower level, all of them are okay. Now when we have to intensely involve our inner journey, these formalities are bakwas. That's the meaning of sarvadharman parityaja. You can't just be outward even a moment also. An example. So too, the meaning is tapasya. All the time engaged in the tapasya consciously of bringing all our faculties into our niyantrana. One by one, we have to ensure. The karmendriyas, 5 of them. The jnanendriyas, the 5 of them. The mana, the buddhi, the chitta, the aham. Tapasya. All our shastras are filled with that jnana. Upanishads contain all of them, but the Upanishadic knowledge is being mystical for the highest level of people. Therefore, the Smriti Grantha, the Purana Itihasa, have made that knowledge easily accessible to us, understandable to us through explanations, through examples of stories, through the logics, etc. तो उन सबको पढ़कर समझकर इस अभियान में हमको मस्त व्यस्त रहना है. What is अभियान? Abhi means wholehearted. Yana means travel. Traveling wholeheartedly in doing tapasya of bringing our faculties into our hold. उसमें एक चीज जरूर याद करना है कि these faculties should never be allowed to enter into tamas, where when we call them they are not available, nor should we allowed to be trained in rajas, where they are active but in their own choice. It should be in sattva, wherein they are fully alert with you, like our servant. तामसिक सर्वेंट भी होता है और 10 बार भी बुलाओ वो उठता ही नहीं. राजसिक सर्वेंट by the time you called him already he has gone somewhere engaged. Sattvic servant is alert and available. Full alert but available. Important is that. कोई available है but not alert. That is तमोगुणी. कोई alert है but not available. रजोगुणी. Alert and available is sattva. Our faculties should be beautiful, isn't it? Tapasya. Then the fourth one we saw, the jnanam to be gained is about the upasana jnanam. बहुत essential. That is what we are studying now. But Upanishads being aimed at Parabrahma Tattva, about upasana they talk less. This Upanishads talks extensively. Shwethashwathara, more than any other. But the other than Upanishad Granthasa, Purana, Itihasa talk elaborately about Upasana. Ab dekho, yesterday we saw our Skanda Purana. How exhaustively Shiva Bhagavan's Upasana, his 100 names and his 100 lingas, with what material they are done, all of that are taught to us by that Bhartru Yajna Guru. Indradyumna and the other four, they have heard, they did it and they got Shiva Loka Prapti. Shiva Sahayuja. Shiva came and said, I am taking you. And he took them with him to Kailas. Then they became his Ganas. Wonderful it was. So, Upasana Jnanam. Nature of that Upasya Devata, the Shaktis of the Upasya Devata, the power of the Shakti of Upasya Devata to bless us. Then what blessings we need, and for that what sort of upasanas that are given, how to do them. This clear knowledge and doing it till it becomes a great natural habit. We are doing every day, but then it should be with more and more clarity. पक्का बैठ गए वहां आधा घंटा पूजा के लिए तो totally that upasya devatas presence there and systematic doing it. The upasana should be experienced every day. Like a guest comes to your house, whom you revere, respect, the Mahatma Ji Guru. How you 100% attend? पूरा ना ख्याल रखते, छुट्टी लगाया 2 दिन, बस उन्हीं के खातिरदारी, hospitality, taking care. Every day that half an hour, 40 minutes. For that Lord we have to do. That half an hour, 40 minutes is minimum. But when the time is available, increase it. Do it 2 times. Do it 3 times. 3 बार, सुबह दोपहर शाम. हाँ, slowly we have to find time for this more than samsara. Then only the Upasya Devata Krupa, all faculties are sharpened. You understand, all other obstacles are removed. ये सब होते हैं. उपास्य देवता's उपासना, not that चलो दिन डेली सुबह करने को कहा 20 minutes कर दी. We make it such a routine that throughout the day sometime we are free but still we don't do. Because दिन में एक ही बार करना है, वो भी सुबह सुबह. वो मिनिमम है, नॉट मैक्सिमम. लाइक व्हेन आई टेल भगवान शिवास नाम जपा एक माला करो. इस एक माला शुड नॉट बी टेकन एज मैक्सिमम, दैट इज मिनिमम. देन डोंट से एक माला हो गया, दूसरा करूं क्या, स्वामी जी ने तो नहीं बोला. देन डोंट ब्लेम मी. द आइडिया इज इफ यू हैव टाइम थ्रू द डे यू शुड डू. Because you have hundreds of things to improve the whole world, therefore we say at least do one mala to improve the Lord also. So that is a minimum, not the maximum. Okay, upasana wala jnana spashta. And what we miss in that is, while doing upasana, the concentration. While doing the upasana, the shraddha aspect. While doing the upasana, following those steps which are indicated. मैकेनिकल हो जाता है धीरे धीरे, उससे हमें बचना है. Intelligent human being's life is such, even wearing the dress also he is not mechanical. Even in cooking the food, serving the food, eating the food, also he is not mechanical. He is fully conscious. Even in walking he is not mechanical. He is talking, he is fully alert. That being alert is the highest sadhana. Savadhanika naam is sadhana. That alertness, we'll call it as awareness. Doing everything awarenessfully is sadhana. Then after that awareness is I am. That's it. हो गया मोक्ष. सब अवेयरनेस के साथ करने का आदत बनाने से उससे हाईएस्ट बेनिफिट मिलता है कि वन डे स्टॉप डूइंग एंड बी सेटल्ड इन दैट अवेयरनेस. यू आर दैट. यू आर नॉट ए जीवा टू बी कंडीशनड to do this or that, to gain this or that. You are the pure awareness, that's it. वो उतना लाभ होता है. जैसा अभी देखा ना, डेली पुण्य करो, इतना लाभ होता है कि हेल्थ, बॉडी विल बी हेल्दी, पीपल विल बी वंडरफुल अराउंड अस, हेल्पिंग अस, इतना लाभ होता है डेली पुण्य. So to this one, right? Now the fifth and the last one, the jnanam, obviously about the tattva jnana. So the papa adharma jnana to avoid, punya and dharma jnana to do, tapasya jnana to discipline and control all the faculties, upasana jnana to do the upasana of the upasya devata for his krupa, for the whole journey, whole life to become convenient, easier towards the divine. Fifth one is now the Tattva Jnana, the knowledge about the substratum, Tattva essence, Tattva reality, Tattva truth. They are talked more and more in Upanishads exclusively. So our buddhi as a human being should be exposed to the Shastra Shravana from the Guru to gain this Tattva Jnana also. In fact, that is the first one. But in the sequence, where do we stand? From that we just said, पहले पाप करो ना छोड़ो, पुण्य करना शुरू करो, etc. So in that तत्व ज्ञान, the reality, its nature, स्पष्ट रूप से एक एक चीज, सत कहा तो व्हाट इज इट, चित कहा तो व्हाट इज इट, अनंत कहा तो व्हाट इज इट, आनंद कहा तो व्हाट इज इट. What is the difference between अनंत and आनंद? Being Ananta itself is being Ananda. Discovering that I am Ananta Sat, Ananta Chit is the Ananda. That itself is bliss, true bliss, never going away bliss. Like na, somebody suddenly 5,000 का कहीं से पैसे मिल गए, खुश. Suddenly वो पैसे खत्म हो गए, दुखी. But the one who has got 1 crore in the bank, he is Ananta Ananda. Because the 1 crore है बैंक में. He is so secured about it. 5,000 आ रहा है जा रहा है, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. In the same way, the one who discovers his Sat, there is no fear of misery, death. The one who discovers himself as Chitta, there is no fear of deception. Therefore, he discovers he is eternal. There is no fear of disappearing. Therefore, that is an Ananta Ananda. मैं हमेशा हूँ. I know myself. That gives the Ananda. So we should know that. So too, there is Upalabdhi sthana of that Tattva. Upalabdhi sthana of the Tattva. And the Paddhati. All of that come under the category of Tattva Jnana, which is given in Shastra. Again, lot of years we have to study to fully grasp it. If you fully engage in it, it can be reduced. 10-12 साल में, नहीं तो कुछ जन्म लगते. सुबह से शाम 8-10 घंटे केवल उपनिषद. Every day we are studying under the guidance of the Guru. 10-12 years, the samagra knowledge, understanding comes. Why it takes that much time? As we told you, the mind, the other notions, so many other habits, they don't allow this knowledge to take place quickly. They keep on poking, they keep on disturbing, distracting with lots of doubts, etc. उस सबको निकालने के लिए समय लगता. Like everywhere, a government is good. Though it is good, to accept that it is good, it takes time, because even though the government is doing good work, our doubts, our inhibitions, we have. पता नहीं ये कर रहे हैं आगे और कुछ पाने के लिए शायद. तो we have our own बेवकूफी. Like the husband also, very good. No, but this stupid wife has her doubt. So till her doubt goes away, it takes time. He is correct right from beginning. Or the wife, or any relation, a Guru Maharaj. उनको तो कोई लक्ष्य नहीं है other than doing sadhana, teaching. But the fellows who come, they have their doubts. So they take time for them to remove that doubt. हर जगह ऐसा ही होता है. यह भी वही है. और संशय रहित है ना. 3 तरह के है ना, the mental blockades for understanding scriptural knowledge about the truth is abhavana, asambhavana, viparita bhavana. Abhavana means truth alone, truth is not at all there. Asambhavana is, it may be there, but I cannot achieve it. Viparita bhavana is, you are trying to achieve it, but at the same time, the untruth, the upadhis, we are not able to leave it or give it up easily. That's called viparita bhavana. Like once we come to class, listen up to tattvam. Once we go out of the class, again we are the upadhis. That's a viparita bhavana. I cannot do the sadhana is called asambhavana. There is nothing called the reality. The world alone is real. Abhavana. ये सारे ऑब्स्टेकल्स सटल होते हैं, पार करना होता है. रिमेंबर, स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज ए वेरी सटलर इनर डीपर operation of changing our deep rooted convictions which are there from millions of lives. Very toughest operation it is. Takes time. That takes time when we start operating consciously with conviction. We have not even started operating. घुस कुछ कर रहे ऊपर ऊपर हम बस. Deeply taking the job in the hand of operation. When we try to do, then it takes time. Anyway, so these are the 5 things the Buddhi supposed to know from Shastra, accordingly live. Then the Manusha doesn't fall down to animal. Manusha is fulfilling his life, and in that fulfillment, he will discover his divine essential self. Remember, after discovering that, the operation at the Vyavahara level, as long as upatis are there, or the world requires, or the God wants, it goes on. Earlier, the same thing was going on, but it was samsara because I didn't discover my essential self. Now I discovered myself. This all becomes Vyavahara, not samsara. जन्म होगा, मरण होगा, सब व्यवहार है. Nothing to be a issue at all. Other things he will do with the world and all. सब चल रहा है, but inside intact that I am Brahman. बाहर का चलता रहता है, बस जो चलना है चलता है. अभी भी वही है. Remember from this truth, spirituality is realizing the self, which is neither contradictory to the Vyavahara nor helped by the Vyavahara. It is our ignorance that getting lost in Vyavahara, nor we are not recognizing the self. So what? Realize the self, be in that established. जो व्यवहार होना है होने दो. है नहीं. All the Jivan Mukta Purushas, they have their own ashram. The people come, go, they talk to them. जैसे सब normally होता है. Outside. Inside them, they know they am the self or the truth. Like a doctor in his chamber. Somebody came for not a patient, for some other issue. They will talk to them for 5 minutes, but he knows he's a doctor inside. In that way. Done? Now let us study our Upanishad. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saviryam Garavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ओम भवता जनता सुविता भविता निजबोध विचारण चारुमते कलयेश्वर जीव विवेकविदं भव शंकर देशिकमे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. टुडे's पूज्य गुरुदेव आराधना. ओम चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ओंकारसूनमकरन्दरसं पिबन्तं अध्यात्मभृङ्गमवनीतलभाग्यशृङ्गम् आनन्दपूर्णमतिमप्रतिमप्रभावं श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्पराणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पूर्वाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने निश्चित अस्माकं सा सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ chant the first two mantras. Om Brahmavadino. Oh no, we have to do the Parayanam of the five mantras from 11 to 16. ज्ञात्वा देवं सर्वपाशापहानिः क्षीणैक्लेशैर्जन्ममृत्युप्रहाणिः तस्याभिध्यानात् तृतीयं देहभेदं विश्वैश्वर्यं केवल आप्तकामः एतद् ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चित् भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मक्त्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत् वह्नेर्यथा योनिगतस्य मूर्तिः न दृश्यते नैव च लिङ्गनाशः स भूय एवेन्दनयोनिगृह्यः तद्वो वयं वै प्रणवेन देहे स्वदेहमरणिं कृत्वा प्रणवं चोत्तरारणिं ध्याननिर्मथनाभ्यासात् देवं पश्येन्निगूढवत् तिलेषु तैलं दधिनीव सर्पिः आपस्रोतस्वरणीषु चाग्निः एवमात्मात्मनि गृह्यते सौ सत्येनैनं तपसा योऽनुपश्यति सर्वव्यापिनमात्मानं क्षीरे सर्पिरिवाखिलम् अर्पितम् आत्मविद्या तपोमूलं तद्ब्रह्मोपनिषत्परं तद्ब्रह्मोपनिषत्परम्. चैंटिंग ऑफ वन few shlokas every day giving familiarity to me. अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे, मेरे को पहले पता नहीं है. First time I am also studying with you this Upanishad. Now the first two mantra Parayanam. Om Brahmavadino Vadante Kim Karanam Brahma Gudasma Jatah Jivama Kvacha Sampradishtaah Adhishthitaah Kena Suketareshu Vartamahe Brahmavido Vyavastam Kalasvabhavo Niyatiriyadrucha भूतानि योनि पुरुष इति चिन्त्या संयोग येषां नत्वात्मभावात् आत्माप्यनीशः सुखदुःखहेतोः. Friends, this shlokas mantra we have seen. First, Kim Karanam, Brahma or something else. Kutasma Jataha, where from we are born. Karya Karana Sangata Jiva. Jivama Kena, after birth, how we are sustaining. Kvacha Sampradishtaha, after leaving the body, where do we go? Kena Adhishtitaha, while living Stitikala, which Adhisthana, because of which support, Vartamahe, we are doing Vyavahara, Vyavastam, in the Vyavastha of Sukhetareshu, Sukha and Dukkha. किसके आधार पर जीवन काल में सुख दुख रूपी संसार में व्यवहार कर रहे हैं. What is the Karana of the Brahman? Where from we are one? How we are sustaining? Where do we go when we die? And why alive? What is that Karana, Adhisthana, because of which we are involved in the Sukha Dukkha giving samsara. You know? Sukadukeshu vyavastham kena adhishtitaha vartamahe. Okay, then the Brahmavadins spoke about one by one thing. Then they have come to the conclusion that they are not the Karana. Which are they? Second sloka. What was that? Kalasvabhavo niyatiriyadrucha bhutani yonihi purusha iti chintya sanyoga esham natvatma bhavat apya atmapyanesha sukha dukkha heto. So the first the list of the possible karana for the jagat. Mind you, later on we'll understand that they all are the karana for the jagat, but not the direct karana, independent karana. They are under somebody's supervision, not direct. We will know it later on. So the kalaha ek ho gaya, swabhava do, niyati 3, yatrucha 4, then bhutani 5, yoni mula prakriti 6, purushaha the jiva 7. List of 7. Then none of them are the karana is concluded. How? First logic is, yukti is, all of them, none of them are independent. Each of them need one or two things to help it, to do the thing. Independently it cannot. Because they don't have that independence, स्वेच्छा कहते हैं उसको, they cannot be the cause. Because they don't have independence, they need the help of others. Second, if maybe all of them put together can be the karana, the very important logic today, same thing will come in our Yoga Darsana also today only. The logic is what? A group of assembled things cannot be for any of the part of it, nor for the total. They are for somebody else. That means somebody else is there other than this. That is called this the Atman. So for the sake of him they are there. Therefore that way they are not independent. And that which is not independent cannot be the cause of the world. So the individual parts are rejected to be the karana by saying that they need somebody's help to do something. Therefore individual swechha they don't have. Therefore they cannot be the karana. Cumulatively all of them put together can be the karana? No. Why? Because samhatanam pararthatvat is a rule. Like a car you take. So it has tire and the steerings and the bonnet and seat and gear and clutch. सब मिलकर कार. Oh, that assembly of the total thing car is not for any one part of the car, nor for the total car. Then for somebody else who is traveling in that car. Okay, take the help Sharira also. How many bhagas are there in Sharira? All are functioning. Whole Sharira also is not for any one part of the body. Not the body is for its own sake. Some jiva is there, you and me, in that, उसके लिए है वो शरीर. तो जब all these things, kala swabhava, are for somebody, okay, that is the meaning of third line. Natu atma bhavat. Natu means not together. That they are the cause. Because atma bhava means there is something called as an atman for whom they are all working. So they are not independent. Then how can they become cause? In this way, somebody else. Therefore, these are put together working for somebody else. They are not independent. Therefore, they cannot be the cause. Clear? Now, Purusha is the thing exclusively taken as the cause. Is the cause or what? Discussion. Purusha also means here the jiva, Vijnanamaya kosha, Antargata jiva, the karta bhokta wala jiva. It is said he also cannot be the karana. Very interesting. Three reasons are given for it. What is it? He is अपने ही जूझ रहा है सुख दुख में वो. Okay, wanting to run for the sukha, run away from the dukkha. Where he's got the time to create the whole universe. Second is to run for that sukha dukkha. And sukha he wants, dukkha chases him. The inner vasanas, inner karma samskaras, inner tendencies are so much forcing him. How can he be independent? To create, because to create such a colossal universe, you have to be so much free and independent. Like to come to the Upanishad class and listen, you have to be so much free and independent. If not, you have thousand works at home to do. How can you come? Either the works are self taken up or people have given or they have come as a bounden duty. कारण कुछ भी हो, हम ये क्लास में तो नहीं आ सकते. इन द सेम वे दिस जीवा अपने ही अंदर के प्रेशर से जूझ रहा है. Therefore, he is called as Atma. Here, Atma is the Jiva. Anishaha. Why? Sukha Dukkha Hetaho. The Sukha Dukkha Hetaho is what? He is running away from Dukkha, running towards Sukha. In that running, where can he be stable to create the world? He cannot. Second, even he wants to stop running for Sukha and running away from Dukkha, he cannot because inside his Prarabdha, Karma, Samskara so strong, he is pushed. Third one is what? Even if he is given a freedom, okay, why will he create a world which is the giver of dukkha to him, bondage to him? बेवकूफ थोड़ी है वो. तो he is suffering in the world jiva. If you say he is created, then he is created a world which is giving suffering to him, which is illogical because nobody creates something to suffer. है कि नहीं? We don't create our house to suffer in that. We do anything we do for being happy. But Jiva, if he has created the world, बेवकूफ है क्या? Why did he create the world of suffering? Nobody creates. Therefore, he is not the creator. Because nobody creates anything for their misery. Because of these reasons, even Purusha, the Jiva also is denied as the Karana. So each of the things are not Karana. Cumulativeness of all of them also not Karana. Jiva also is not Karana. So that is how we have seen yesterday up to the second mantra. So, yes. Atma tari karanam syad eva ata aha atma api anishaha sukha dukkha hetoho iti atma jivaha api anishaha asvatantraha na karanam asvatantraad eva cha atmana api सृष्ट्याद हेतुत्वम न संभवति इत्यर्थः. कथमनीशत्वम सुख दुःख हेतोः सुख दुःख हेतुभूतस्य पुण्य लक्षणस्य कर्मणः विद्यमानत्वात्. He has got the punya karma already done, because of which he'll have to go through sukha dukkha, and he has got lot of inner tendencies which force him again to do the punya papa karma. सुख दुख जो देने वाला है उसमें बिजी है वो. सो पुण्य लक्षण से कर्मणः विद्यमानत्वात्. देन कर्म परवशत्वेन, he is paravasha to the karma, he is a slave to the karma, therefore asvatantrayacha, he has no swatantrata, therefore he cannot be. Even if he does it, त्रैलोक्य सृष्टि स्थिति नियमे सामर्थ्यम न विद्यते एव इत्यर्थः. He cannot have the samarthya for the सृष्टि स्थिति life of the all the three worlds. और अथवा सुख दुःखादि हेतुभूतस्य आध्यात्मिकादि भेद भिन्नस्य जगतः अनीशः न कारणम्. है ना? आध्यात्मिक आदि भौतिक आदि दैविक three levels में world is there. And he is adhyatmika also suffering with the limitation of body. Adi bhautika, the other beings are troubling him continuously. Adi daivik पता नहीं कब मदद करेगा. ऐसा वाला world why will he create? He cannot create. This is how the Purusha, the Jiva also is Anisha. The Kala, the Swabhava, the Niyati, the Yadrucha, Panchabhutani, Yoni, Purusha, none of them have become the Karana. देन व्हाट हैपेंड? ब्यूटीफुल संबंध भाष्य से शुरू करते हैं थर्ड मंत्र का. एवं इन दिस वे पक्षांतराणि निराकृत्य all the other possible causes, that's called paksha. Antara means variety of. Pakshantarani nirakritya. The opinions, the possibilities of this cause, etc., 7 of them, having done nirakarana of them. So you and I have to achieve that sthiti. First, what thing we have to achieve is we have to become the Brahmavadi. Second, we have to discuss. Third, we have to arrive to the conclusion. Discussion is on what? Kim Karanam. In that Kim Karanam, all these 7 we have to take up and thoroughly, deeply discuss and reject them to be the Karana. Then if they are not the Karana, then what else we have to become? पक्का हमारे दिल में सब स्पष्ट होना चाहिए. As we said, Vedanta is Vedanta only, Jnanam is spashta. Vedanta Jnana Spashtata is of no use unless it is practiced and experienced. इन दोनों बातों पर गौर करना, ध्यान देना. So ते पक्षांतराणि निराकृत्य, having rejected all the other alternatives, then pramanantara agochare vastuni, that vastu, the karana, which is agochara, not seen by any of the other pramanas, then prakarantaram apashyantaha, could not find any other way to discover him outside the cause. What did they do? Dhyana yoga anugamena. They just followed the Dhyana yoga paddhati. And luckily, when they tried that parama mula karanam, that supreme mula karana, swayameva pratipedire, they themselves discovered it and experienced it. Iti. Keeping this in mind, the Rishi in the Upanishad, aha, spoke this mantra. So outside they searched, they could not find. Now they became introverted and started becoming contemplative. In the inner, deeper contemplation, meditation, then they discovered the Mula Karana of the entire Jagat within themselves only. That's why the spirituality is the search of the Karana for the entire outer world inside. Science is what? Searching of entire Karana for the outer world as well as for the individual Sukha outside. साइंस बाहर ढूंढता है और स्पिरिचुअलिटी अंदर ढूंढता है. अंदर ही है सबका मूल कारण. See that, when a spiritual person tries to become introverted, all the extroverted people think, यार तुम बाहर चीज के लिए अंदर कैसे ढूंढ रहे हो? Isn't it? That's how they question. And the spiritual person has his own question. Yeah, whole world starts from you, no? You are there, therefore your world is there. Then without knowing yourself, how can you trying to know the world outside? He will laugh at them in this. Isn't it? So inner search. So one karana they tried, it is found that they are not. Then is there any other thing that can be? They looked into Bhobineva. Then pramanantaram prakarantaram apashyantaha. In this way, the more we try to search for the karana outside, we will not be able to discover. They understood this maturity. Like, you go on doing the vadana argument with somebody. Every day. And every day, either you are defeated or that person defeated. In either case, there is misery. Suddenly one day it realized, अरे यार इतना वादन करके कोई फायदा ही नहीं है. Why not सर झुकाओ या सर हिलाओ, हाँ कह दो, झमेला ही खत्म. No, where from that thought has come to him? Out of experience of so many days and some intuitive power behind which made him decide, यार बस आर्ग्यू मत करो. होता है कि ना कभी कभी. Same way, by searching this and that outer reasons for the whole world, suddenly it clicked to one day to them, यार ये बाहर नहीं हो सकता रे, छोड़ो, let us ढूंढो inside. For them, they needed to have the intuitive power to turn within from outside for finding the karana. We don't even need that intuitive power. If you have Shraddha in them, that is enough for us. That they searched inside, they got it. Therefore, let us search inside, let us get it. उनको तो एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट करना पड़ा. लाइक फॉर द फर्स्ट डिस्कवरर, inquirer, inventor, it's always difficult. For the second one, it is not so because he can copy or follow it. If he has got Shraddha, और नहीं है तो फिर भटको. Here it is said कि they have become introverted, they discovered. तो you become introvert and discover, हो गया. महाजनों ये न गता सपंथा, श्रद्धा से जो गुरुओं ने किया वो कर तो पहुंच जाएंगे। ठीक है, दिस इज द मंत्र। ते ध्यान योगानुगता अपश्यन् देवात्मशक्तिं स्वगुणैर्निगूढां यः कारणानि निखिलानि तानि कालात्मयुक्तान्यधितिष्ठत्येकः। ते ध्यानयोगानुगता अपश्यन् देवात्मशक्तिं स्वगुणैर्निगूढां यः कारणानि निखिलानि तानि कालात्मयुक्तानि अधितिष्ठत्येकः। है ना, ये सिंपल कोई कहानी की तरह सिंपल होता तो इट कैनॉट बी द उपनिषद. Upanishad means it is a little mystical, subtle only. They are very deep logics, reasonings, relativities. We have to understand. उसी के लिए time लगता है. We are now at the periphery level. We are learning the alphabets and Varnamala now in our spirituality. Once we know the alphabets Varnamala, then we understand the grammar of language. Then with the grammar and Varnamala understood, then we use the Pada and Vakya, and we can even become a poet, etc. Same way here also, we just start trying to open the Shastra. Keep on doing it, then the subtle, intricate things which are revealed, are told, will be revealed to us. छोड़ो मत बस, लगे रहो, धीरे धीरे बात आएगा पकड़ में. Now first one, te. I am telling you the shloka meaning today. Bhashyam means tomorrow. Te means same. Brahmavadinaha. Dhyana yoga anugataha. Gata means followed. Anu means piche. So dhyana yoga anugata. They followed the dhyana yoga. What is dhyana yoga will be told to us by Bhagavan in the Bhashya. So te dhyana yoga anugataha. What happened to them? Apashyan. They have discovered. What they have discovered? What they are searching? What they are searching? King Karanam. Karanam ko. सर्च कर रहे थे, मिल गया. And what is the karanam they found as? Devatma Shaktim Swagunair Nigudham. It's a very complicated, tough discussion it is. Will take 3 or 4 days लगेगा आपको. They discovered Deva Atma Shakti Swaguna Swagunair Nigudha. 5 words are said here. Deva is pure Brahman. Deva Atma, the Brahman himself is Ishvara now. Devatma Shakti, the Ishvara Shakti now Maya. Swagunaihi, that Maya which has got 3 gunas. Niguda, that gunas are covering that Maya. In simple words, Paramatma Maya Shakti created 3 gunas, we are caught up. Therefore, neither Maya Shakti nor Paramatma we are able to realize. That's the Gita 7th chapter. त्रिभिर्गुणमयैः भावैः एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं. Therefore, न अभिजानाति माम एभ्यः परम and अव्ययम्. Same exactly what is said there is meant here. Devatma Shaktim Swagunair Nigudam Apashyan. Then that Devatma Shakti Swagunair Nigudame, the first word Deva is explained in the next line. What is that? Yaha Karanani Nikhilani Kalatma Yuktani Adhitishtadi Ekaha. That Supreme One Paramatma is the Adhisthana for all the secondary Karanas which were denied in the earlier shloka. The Kala se lekar Atma tak. तो काल से लेकर जीव तक का इन सब सेट्स को अधिष्ठान के रूप में रहकर ही इज द वन इज पुशिंग देम फॉर द क्रिएशन ऑफ द जगत. That is a subtle meaning to understand here. So here what we see, all of them are Karana but not direct. Then who is the Karana of them? Trigunas. Trigunas are only expressions, they are not Karana. Then who is there behind Triguna? The Trigunatmika Maya. Maya being Jada, it cannot be independently doing things. Then who else must be doing it? Ishvara. No, Ishvara does it but is not affected by it. You understood? Who is Ishvara? Is Parabrahma alone. In Parabrahma there is no Srushti only, then how do you talk about Srushti Karta, Srushti Kruta Srushti Palayita and all? See, all these discussions suddenly end when you reach the Brahman. Like all the struggle of the dream, discussions of the dream, anxieties of the dream, pursuits of the dream, kitne sare. Suddenly when you wake up, they all just become zero. You are talking to your wife or husband or children or your brother came to you. सारा क्या क्या करते हैं ड्रीम में उठते ही सारा खत्म. Same way, when you reach to the Brahman, the Karya Karanavada, everything dissolves. कार्य कारण डिस्कशन सब चला जाता है क्योंकि एक ही ब्रह्मन है, एक हमें अद्वयम है. अब किसका क्या कारण पूछ रहे हो? When the one who is seeing gold and gold alone, gold is the karana, the ornaments are the karya. कहाँ डिस्कशन है? क्या बोल रहे हो तुम? I don't see anything. Like I told you one example. Talk about the darkness to Surya Bhagwan. You laugh at क्या बोल रहे हो तुम? Darkness. You will not understand. अरे भाई darkness is that which is the opposite to light which you have. Surya says, what are you talking as light? I don't understand even light also. Because light is not an object other than him for him to understand it objectively. It is his own self. How can you talk about the self objectively as if it is something other than you? Now you understand, is it clicking to you? That self cannot be the object, therefore cannot be talked as an object. आएगा बात समझ में अभी इतने साल सुनने के बाद? इट इज अ सब्जेक्ट यार, उसके बारे में क्या बोल सकते हो तुम? सिर्फ ऑब्जेक्ट ओनली यू कैन टॉक अबाउट. Subject is not the subject matter of discussion like an object. And in that, it being homogeneous one without second, no karanatva, no karyatva. When he is not the karana, there is no karya jagat. But we are all saying, वही तो कह रहे हैं मिथ्या करके. है नहीं लेकिन दिखता, उसको मिथ्या कहते. है नहीं लेकिन दिखता है. दिखकर हर एक अनुभव देता है. लाइक है नहीं है सांप बट दिखता. दिखकर डर देता है. There is a pratyaksh anubhav. Nobody can deny that there is experience of fear when the snake is seen. But the snake itself is not real. It is only seen. So to every one of us are having Sukha Dukkha. Seeing this entire world. Sukha Dukkha is the fear obtained by seeing the snake. But the snake itself is unreal. So to whole Jagat itself is unreal. Where from the Jagat came and gave us Dukkha and Sukha? From the non-apprehension of the reality. Just like where from the snake appeared and gave fear? From the non-apprehension of the rope as rope. So they discovered, we'll discuss at length Bhashya say, they discovered Parabrahma also, they discovered Parabrahma Shakti also. With the Shakti, they discovered Parabrahma to be the Ishvara also. With that Ishvara's chavi given, the Maya Shakti with its Triguna is the one which is projecting the whole world. That's why in the whole world, you have the Jnana aspect, Sattva Kriya aspect, the Rajoguna, then the Dravya aspect, Tamoguna. Yet, there is something which is seeing all of them, which is aware of all of them, which is not affected by all of them. That proves the presence of pure conscious self. And that conscious self के बिना ये तीनों गुण नहीं काम कर सकते. Three guna in their Mulavastha or in balanced state, that's called Mulatri Prakriti. And that is Shakti. And that cannot be without Paramatma. It cannot be independent. And in Paramatma, that Shakti is not operational. This whole thing deeply understanding is Vedanta. Thereafter, Trigunaatmika Jagat, Jagat Karanupi Trigunaatmika Maya, that is kept aside. We get identified with the self. In Yoga Darshanam, the self is identified with and as moksha. Prakriti continues. In Vedanta, there is nothing other than me, including Prakriti. Ekameva Advaya Brahmane Ananast. That is how it is. So tomorrow ये श्लोक का भाष्य से प्रेम से हम अध्ययन करेंगे. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. All Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai. That's great. Thank you. Yes.